What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I decided to report from my balcony. Vegas Golden Knights, they are your 2023 world champions. Congratulations, Vegas Golden Knights. Well deserved, terrific postseason performance, especially Jonathan Marchessault. What a postseason to remember for him. He is the first undrafted player to win the Conn Smythe Trophy since Wayne Gretzky. Just think about it, Wayne Gretzky being undrafted, and now Jonathan Marchessault joins him on that list. Crazy, right? But Golden Knights, they scored 9 goals to close out the series. This is the most goals scored by a team in a Stanley Cup clinching win. They finished the game in style. They closed the series in style. Florida Panthers, I tip my hat to them. They have nothing to feel ashamed of. They were the number 8 seed. They surprised all of us with their magnificent run. So, Florida Panthers use all of this momentum, carry into next season. They were terrific, but this is all about the Vegas Golden Knights. Jack Eichel and Shea Theodore each had 3 assists in Game 5. And now it's also a parade. I went to Vegas back in 2021. I know it's super hot, steamy right now. But man, that crowd is electric right now. And the parade is going to be even super electric. So congratulations once again, Vegas Golden Knights. And now here's my guy, Jim Biringer, on his take, his thoughts on Game 5 between Vegas Golden Knights and Florida Panthers.
It's always a pleasure here to join the MMM Journal, Miguel. What a night it was in Las Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions, first time in franchise history, prophecy fulfilled by Bill Foley. Who would have thought, really? He said it. 3 years playoffs, 6 years Stanley Cup. Well, they've been in the playoffs every year except one. It was last year. This team was on a mission. They dominated from start to finish. Look, it was a little sluggish. Aiden Hill, he played great, made 5-6 saves easily. Could have changed this game, especially in the first period. Reinhart had a great deflection. Anton Lundell had a breakaway, could have changed this game because Vegas came out flat. And if you look at the first 2 TV timeouts in each period, that's when Vegas took the game over, right? The shorthanded goal by Mark Stone got them settled. Aiden Hill's playing great. Then Nick Hay gets a goal. It's 2-0. Okay. But then Florida finds their game, right, in the second period. And think about this, right? The TV timeout comes, and then Vegas wave after wave after wave after wave, shift after shift after shift. They roll 4 lines. They're big. They're physical. They're fast. Alec Martinez scores. That's his 4th Stanley Cup final goal, 2nd of the series. Then Riley Smith scores, the original Golden Misfit. And then the floodgates open. They score 4 goals in the second period. They've outscored their opponents 34-11 in the second period. They had a couple more goals. Mark Stone, the captain, hat trick. First Stanley Cup final hat trick since Peter Forsberg in 1996. So it's just remarkable what they did. And think about it. How cool was that? Bruce Cassidy starts the original Golden Misfits. 5 of the 6 guys. Braden McNabb, Shea Theodore, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, and Riley Smith. William Carrier is the odd man out there. You can't start 6 guys. He could have, start no goalie, but those guys have been through it all, and it's a class move by Bruce Cassidy and what he went through. This time last year, he's getting relieved of his duties in Boston. The day after, Vegas hires him. This is why they brought him in. This team, through the playoffs, just really, really good. And once they got past Edmonton, you knew something was going to happen. The way they shut down Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Speaking of Draisaitl, he led the playoffs, but he was tied with Jonathan Marchessault, 13 goals. Draisaitl loses second round. Marchessault goes on this tear, finishes with 25 points, 13 goals, wins the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP, the original Golden Misfit. Jack Eichel, great playoff, 26 points, his first playoff debut. U.S.-born player leads the way. I mean, unbelievable what he did there. 3 assists in game 5. And it was an anticlimactic game 5. Let's be honest. It was a blowout. Florida gets a couple of goals here and there, but it was all about the Panthers, right? Losing, and all about the Golden Knights winning. And it was going to be a coronation, and the party was on in Vegas. And look, the list of injuries that are coming out for the Florida Panthers, with Kachuk's went through broken sternum, how he even played the rest of game 3 and game 4. And he just couldn't make it for game 5. I mean, the travel back and forth, that's not good for the body. Aaron Ekblad, broken foot, dislocated shoulders, torn oblique. I mean, these guys with hockey players play through, unbelievable. What a great story for the Florida. They just ran out of gas. The days off really hurt them, and that was something we talked about here in our hockey playoff edition for the Stanley Cup final, the preview. It's the one thing I harped on, and the mojo was gone, and the injuries, and Bobrovsky just looked worn out. And Vegas was just a better team, and they showed up in game 5. And, good for that city. Bill Foley, George McPhee, Kelly McCrimmon, who lost his brother Brad, tragic airplane accident years ago in Yaroslavl. The fact is that they put this team together. They got the pieces that they needed, with Jack Eichel and Mark Stone and Alex Pietrangelo. They went out and got the job done, and now they're Stanley Cup champions. And the window for them is still open because they're in the winning business, and they don't satisfy. And there's nothing satisfactory more than going back to back, 2-7, right? I think they want to do that, and they don't settle for anything less than winning there. And when it becomes lean there, yeah, it's going to be difficult. But right now, their window is open to win, and you got to give your hats off to what the Vegas Golden Knights did. Great run by the Florida Panthers. So we're going to see what happens in the offseason. A lot of stuff to come, but it's been a great honor to be here on Hockey Playoff Edition with you, Miguel Mike Medina, here on the MMM Journal. Can't wait for more offseason fodder. Here we go.